So I'm on port 3001, port 3000. So I'm going to hit this. I'm running a local chatbot. Okay. Test, see if it works. It's live TV, right? Okay, cool. Complete this sentence with one word. It's a beautiful day. Let's go to the. Okay, so what's the right answer?
Park.
Cool. That's because you're a human, you have common sense.
Yeah.
I actually built a probabilities heat map here, so it turned green. Well, it could have been beach. There was a 2.6% chance. There's a parallel universe where you and I were going to the beach. Now, watch this. I'm going to hit it again. Beach. Why? Because now park's in the context.
Yeah.
Right? So is it grounded in data? This is not data. This is Family Feud.
Yeah. This is it's exactly Family Feud.
So watch this. Watch me tell it. Watch me get exactly what I want. Complete the sentence with one word. My name is Scott Hanselman. I'm from Portland, Oregon. My dad is a firefighter. My mom is a zookeeper. It's a beautiful day. Let's go to the
zoo.
Right down the primrose path. There was a 1% chance that it was going to go
mountain.
To mountain. You know what I mean?
And mountain's a great idea too.
But look at that. So when you do improv, it's yes and.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It really wants to do yes and the way that you can lead it should remind everybody who's watching that these things are improv partners.
Yeah.
They are not fact machines. And that's important to remember. But when you ground it in real data, when's Brad Pitt's birthday? Okay, that's a fact. What is today?
Yep. It's funny.
Okay. Watch this. It's even worse. What's Scott Hanselman's birthday? None of that is right. It's not even close. Now watch this. That's not even close. Try again and do better. It's going to just keep making updates because Brad Pitt is famous and I'm a random YouTuber.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You've got to ground that stuff. Yes. And rather than saying, I don't know, it's going to improv.
Yeah.
And that's why grounding in enterprise data and grounding in real data and grounding in my blood sugar in a Python script that I wrote matters.
And for an individual, I think personal memory is going to play that same role.
100%.
Like as it learns more about you and gets feedback from what you're doing over time, you know, the more that happens, the more accurate it's going to get when you ask a question.
Right.
It's also going to be less accurate if someone else comes and uses your
100%.
AI. It's probably going to be garbage for them.
But look at that. It had all kinds of thoughts about when my birthday is, and none of them are my birthday.
None of them are my birthday.
Not even the month is right.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, one day I'll be as famous.
It's like, well, the internet doesn't know. We'll just spit one out.
Well, I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those things are important for us to know. So I think that as we are excited about vibe coding, we need to remember that AI-augmented software engineering involves driving stick shift and understanding how computers work. And it's it's a wonderful time to vibe, but use them to teach yourself. Use them to get your brain to expand.
Before we go, I'd like to ask one question.
Yes, sir.
How would you, say you're talking to someone like myself who does not have a traditional software engineering background and has very much come from like my degrees in philosophy and journalism, and everything I'm doing with this is stuff that I have learned in using AI in a way to teach me. What would you say is the right approach for someone who is new to this? Like, what should they really go learn still? And what should they work their way through, you think?
The basics. Like I don't know, because I'm a person of a certain age, when I got the opportunity to get a driver's license, my dad said, you can't drive this car until you change your oil, you change your tire, and you learn to drive stick shift.
I'm that age.
But if you force people to do that, then a lot of people would never drive.
Yes.
Because you'd be putting, so if I said, well, I'd love you to learn assembler.
Yeah.
And then learn C, and then go to, that's making creativity have a barrier.
Yeah.
So I understand that like Uber has value, but think about what you know. Think about where your level is and go, you know, I kind of understand HTTP, but I'm going to dig a little deeper. So take your comfort level, and I would encourage you to pop the hood and see if you can change the oil. Learn HTTP, learn DNS, JSON, learn the basics, learn to drive stick shift. And you don't have to drive stick shift every day.
Yeah.
But it changes your relationship with the vehicle.
That's kind of what my learning journey has been like, is very much like, I have an idea and I want to make something that's fun. And I'll go into like, let's say Codex or whatever, and I'll vibe something out. And then I want to understand how it works, why it works, and I'll take that code, throw it into another AI, and be like, walk me through this. What do I see?
Yes.
How is this working? And help me understand things. And have a back and forth conversation with it, because you don't want to put something out if you don't know how it works. And the truth is, in doing that, there's been a lot of things where it was like, explain what, like a lot of people don't know what GitHub is. Somebody coming to this from nothing is like, what's a GitHub?
Yep.
You know, and like that's a conversation in itself to be had. That's a good thing to learn, by the way, if you're starting.
So when I make docs for my apps, I do things like junior engineer specific docs. Draw me a diagram. You said you have background in journalism?
Yeah.
Interview it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what you were thinking when you made this code.
That's great.
And so I'll make the thing, and I'll go for a walk, and I'll put it in voice mode, and I'll switch. I can also switch, by the way, GitHub, and I can switch it into remote and say, well, I'm going to enable remote control, put it on my phone, go for a walk, and steer my machine while I'm off in the sunshine.
Wow. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a developer. But I think people just need to like, hey man, the vibes are immaculate, but you'll be better if you really become an AI engineer.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're spot on. Scott, thank you so much for joining us today, man. This has been an absolute blast.
I'm glad. Thanks for having me, man.
To everyone watching, please take just a moment to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and go through and be sure to, you know, check out the other videos, check out the website, and check into all of the awesome releases that Microsoft had today. You can't wait to hear about Project Solara. That looks really, really awesome. Same with Surface Ultra Pro, the 7 new AI models, so many things. And I think it's really worth taking a look. They came to play this year. Thanks for watching. See you next time, humans. This is that awkward moment where we don't